Good evening. I am here. It is 12:11 a.m. on Wednesday, October 30th. Hey, Ayla. Hey, how you both doing? I'm here. It's been an interesting day. Most notably, I finally finished all the voiceover work that I had built up that I had to do. So, we wiggling, yeah. So, I am like all caught up on everything finally. There's a couple minor things that I want to do, but I'm probably not even going to work on them until I get home from this upcoming weekend, which I found out. So this weekend, Nessie and I are going up to visit a friend of ours, and we're also going to do another vending event at a fair. And I found out that in addition to us and our friend going there, two more friends of ours are going to be there as well. Two friends that I've never met in person, and actually, I believe one of them, years ago, was actually on a stream with me here. One of the Monster Hunter streams I did back when Monster Hunter Rise was out. I think she was in one of those streams with me. I'm gonna be meeting them and another friend, and it's gonna be cool. Just know she had passed 100k channel points last stream. Me tend to waste every single one, nothing but being annoying, highlighting every message. I do want to implement more stuff to use on the stream, like something to change the PNGtuber form, but also that may not work out well depending on what I'm playing. I might need like a proper overlay for that, which on the one hand, I don't want to make the screen smaller, but on the other hand, I'm already blocking out part of the screen with the PNGtuber, so it's not like I'm gonna lose something either way. In fact, I'm gonna gain the ability to see the whole screen. And I'm already playing it suboptimally anyway by watching it through OBS rather than watching it on the television. I actually don't do that. I know some streamers actually will like watch the television while they're streaming, and OBS is just there as like what's running. But no, I actually play through OBS when I play the Switch or any console game really. I'll tell you what isn't a console game, though, and just came out, and I've become absolutely addicted to it within an hour. Pokemon trading card game Pocket released, like, literally an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. And, yeah, it's pretty addictive. I gotta admit, cracking open the packs and doing the missions and stuff, it's a very addictive loop, and I could see people blowing money they don't need to blow on that thing. It is completely separate from the regular trading card game. It's its own thing. I haven't even gotten through all the tutorials yet. I stopped because I was like, if I go through this any longer, I'm going to miss streaming tonight. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll probably talk about that. Mind you, I can literally not find how to add friends. It's in the community tab. There's like... I'm just going to open it now, honestly. Also, there's a free trial of the Premium Pass. If you sign up for it and then, like, immediately quit, cancel it, you still get to keep the 2-week trial, which lets you open an extra pack every 12 hours. Awful predatory shit, but I'm enjoying it. I've mentioned this before. There is a there was a Mega Man Battle Network gacha game in development apparently that revolved around battle chips, and it either got delayed or just canceled due to the pandemic. And I'm so upset. Because if that game had come out, I was going to purchase a Lightning to USB connector for my iPhone, and I was going to stream it. And I was going to be like, I will drop a whole paycheck on this game just to stream it, like gladly. Don't think I'll be doing the same for Trading Card Game Pocket, but I may get a cable and stream some of it. Okay, so the way to add friends is the middle icon with the 3 people. At the very bottom left, there's a little button that says Friends, and it lets you send requests and approve them, and it also gives you your friend code. I've noticed it's on the iPhone, you have to like swipe up multiple times for the game to get dismissed. It's interesting. Has the same premium pass as Sleep, and I'm tempted to do that, but spend the money no other way. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to spend the money for the trial either. You could sign up for it and then immediately cancel it, and still get the 2 weeks. But yeah, it's interesting. I'll probably give more thoughts on that in another couple days. I haven't even gone to the battle tutorial yet. It's not ideal, but there are third-party apps to AirPlay to Windows. I'd rather just get the cable, because I remember seeing it was, like, very, very cheap. It was, like, 20 bucks. Was it Lightning to USB USB-C cable. I don't know what my capture card uses, but I know my Elgato can capture from iPhone. 1 meter. Yeah, it's $20. Not that expensive. I'd rather not use a cheat. I'd rather not use like a recording software because it's gonna look like ass. But yeah, so that's that. I'll give more thoughts on that as time goes on. I forgot that was coming out today. I was looking forward to it, but I'm like, do I really want to play it? I don't know. Speaking of, I wish QuickTime for Windows still existed, because with that you could capture from iOS devices over USB. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I know I said I wanted to do like secret special night where we maybe partake of a certain movie. I found out you cannot capture movies from that particular service provider, so I don't know how that would work specifically. But yeah, we'll see. We'll get that working. The problem is if we do that in Discord, I can't, like, that's gonna exclude some people that I know would want to see it, because there's some people I know that do not use it. But you know, there's ways. There's ways of watching stuff. Miss those days when Apple made more stuff for Windows, because I kind of like using Safari on there for some reason. When Corn. Oh, you mean Yu-Gi-Oh? I remember we watched I remember we watched Season 0 together so long ago. We never finished it. How far did we get? We got like right up to when Kaiba shows up, and then we stopped. And I don't know why. But yeah, okay. What else was I gonna bring up? Weekend plans, trading card game, green-haired Kaiba, yeah. So, tonight, I've made a slight change in plans. We're doing Zelda tonight instead of Sonic. The reason being is because I want to make sure Zelda is done before Halloween. Sonic, hopefully, will still be done tomorrow. But, if need be, I could push it back to Sunday or Monday. Again, it will not be here Friday or Saturday. Maybe not Sunday either, I don't know yet. I can tell you that Thursday, again, Halloween, there will be a special stream. Nothing too amazing, just a Halloween, in line with Halloween game. So, it'll be a one-off, and it's gonna probably be a long stream. When I say long stream, I mean I'm probably gonna start at like 10 or like 9:30, 10 o'clock, as opposed to midnight, because I believe the game is about 6 hours total, and I want to do it in one go. Despise Apple because of its elitist anti-consumer policies. Yeah, they suck. Not sure what you're doing for Halloween. I don't know if I'm going to wear my costume. I mean, I made it for MagFest and not Halloween, but it is ready, so I might show it off. At least their operating systems aren't loaded with ads and bloat. True. I mean, you go to the, outside of the places where there is ads, like the shop, but yeah, I mean, Windows 11's a nightmare. Absolutely. They all suck. Let's be honest. If you're not using Linux, you're using a shitty system, according to, the other people I talk to. Personally, I use Linux Ubuntu at work, and it sucks. It does not convince me to actually run it on an actual computer. But whatever. I'm not here to get into that. I just wanted to... couple more things before we get started. First off, this has been the Bomberman 64 soundtrack, or the Baku Bomberman 64 soundtrack, if you're up on your Japanese releases. When is Nintendo putting this on NSO? Please. These games are great. Konami, do your thing. Bring back Bomberman 64. So before we go forward here, I do want to bring up something that caused some concern last night. I had a couple people say sorry, apologize, which I don't know why, but I started getting really sleepy and drowsy last night on stream, and I kept pushing myself till I finished the dungeon. I know that that's been happening a bit more lately, especially when I was playing Edgeworth, but that kind of just happens when I play visual novels now. I get tired very quickly. But it's a combination of a lot of things, and I don't want to put the blame on any specific... It's my fucking job. I'm going to put the blame on my job. Absolutely 100% my job. But It's a combination of a few things. One, the fact that this entire month outside of this past weekend, I've been out, like, doing stuff with Nessie, vending at these events, and seeing and doing things with other people on the weekend. There was a weekend there where we didn't vend. We actually went to, like, a local event. But the thing is, because those events required me to, like, change my sleeping time, I think that kind of bled into the rest of the week, and that was keeping me tired. The other thing, too, is that back in August or July, we switched work hours to be an hour earlier. So now instead of 11:30 to 8, I work from 10:30 to 7. And I'm not a morning person. I hate waking up early, and I have not adjusted my sleep schedule at all for that. So I'm getting an hour less sleep, more or less, to do this job now. Sometimes I'll take a short nap after work, but usually I've been too busy lately to like actually worry to like do that. Between the voiceover work, the art practice, and streaming and stuff like that, I've just, every moment of my life is pretty damn busy. And it wasn't a problem at first, and I think it's just that it's all kind of adding up over time. I'm definitely not sleeping as much as I used to, and I think that's catching up to me in a bad way. I don't know what I'm going to do regarding fixing it. I think that the only thing I probably could do right now, short of quitting the job, which again, I wholeheartedly blame the job for it, because the job I have is arbitrary and I don't like doing it, and the second I could find a way to get out of that job, I will. The only other thing I can think of is start streaming earlier and just end and go to bed earlier. And I want to point out, like, me streaming till 4 in the morning is definitely not what I used to do. I used to go till 3 in the morning, and even before that, the timing was completely different. The 12 to 3 a.m. streams that I do, that was a result of the pandemic happening and me working from home. Because back then, I worked from 1:30 in the afternoon till 10 at night, which I preferred. I liked that schedule, because I got to actually eat lunch at, like, lunchtime in the middle of the shift, rather than the very end of it. And, thinking about it now, though, I kind of do prefer the lunch shift being at the end. But yeah, for a long time, I was working late, so I would just stream from 12 to 3, and then I'd be able to go to bed at, like, 5, 6 in the morning, and still, like, get a full night's sleep, almost. I'd wake up at, like, noon, 12:30, get, like, 7.5 hours of sleep. It was great. But then, gradually, work pushed me back to the normal night shift, because the special duty that I had to do was done. So I was working I was ending at 8, which admittedly, like, starting at 11:30 still made me tired, but I dealt with it. And now we got pushed back to 10:30, so it's just, it's just more and more time that's being taken from the end of the day, put at the beginning of the day, and because I'm just not getting enough sleep. I want to make it clear that I'm not bored by anything I'm doing. I'm not trying to be tired. I'm trying to figure out how to fix this. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what the future brings here. Truth be told, I don't even know what the future of the stream is going to be right now, because I'm still kicking around ideas, and I don't know. Maybe that extra hour getting back might help. It might, but the thing to know... Well, actually, no, you know what? It might, because, again, Saturday night of this week, I'm working another event with Nessie and 3 of our friends, as I mentioned, and I'm probably going to be tired from that, so... Saturday night, I'm probably going to sleep good, and I'll probably sleep that extra hour. But again, fixing the sleep schedule is not a one-day thing. It requires a lot of, like, focus. And I don't know. The truth is, if I could, I would just quit my job and get a full 8 hours of sleep every night, stretch out the voiceover time to cover the work time, and then have that extra time I was using for voiceover originally as free time. And man, life would be so much better if I didn't have to earn a living. Let me tell you, I fucking hate it. Anyway, I missed some chat messages here. You have a sealed copy of one of the N64 Japanese Bombermans. Gotta find the English version actually played. Oh, cool. There is a Japanese-only Bomberman game, which is just kind of like an arena fighter. This game is technically the second Bomberman N64 game, but in America it's the first one. Mornings are evil, yeah. Hey, Quillsoft, how you doing? But yeah, that's kind of where I am right now. The sleep deprivation will continue until morale improves or I die of sleep deprivation. Who knows? That's all there really is to say about it. I'm going to try to change things around, because again, as I mentioned, the stream time was different originally. When I started streaming, and there are people who are here back then that know this. My stream time was 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. originally. For like the first 2 years I was streaming. I streamed from 7 to 10 with like a couple streams that went past midnight. And it wasn't usual for me to stream like later in the evening. Then what happened was I got my job. I had to start switching when I streamed, like what days I streamed. And that led me to take a long hiatus until I replaced my computer. Because I finally had the money to do so. And that summer, the summer of 2019, into that fall, I streamed, because of my work schedule, I had to stream from 11 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon. And that sucked. That was the era of, like, no viewers at all. No one was here during that. I was lucky if I had 2 viewers during a morning stream like that. It was without a doubt, like, the most disheartening part of my streams ever. But, yeah. Then we got them. Then what happened was I changed positions at work. I started doing the 9 p.m. to midnight streams, where I'd go to bed at midnight, so I'd be up the next morning to get to work at 10. But then when work from home started, they kept me on the late shift. Gets forgotten? No. Weird times, my dude. Yeah. Echoes Act 3. Echoes Act 3. Let's kill the hoe. I don't know which one it is. I'm not very clear from the box art, since it's like Super Mario Sunshine's box art where he's just standing in a circle. That might be Baku Bomberman. Yeah, that's Baku Bomberman. That's this game. That's the game you're listening to music from right now. Where's the one where it's like a 3D platform? That's Bomberman Hero. Oh, that's right. There was 4 Bomberman games on N64. Counting the Japanese only one, there were 4. There was Bomberman 64, Bomberman Hero, Baku Bomberman 64, and then Bomberman 64: The Second Strike. Wish there were more like that. That game is fun. I really want to stream more N64 games at some point. I really hope N64 Online gets them at some point. I said some point twice. Anyway, that's kind of where we are. Again, sleep deprivation, stream times, etc. I don't know if I'll change the stream times. I don't know if other people will be up for me streaming earlier, but we'll consider it. Truth is, if I stream earlier now, I'm just tempted to keep going longer, so who knows. Maybe I'll try to implement a stop at 3 a.m. instead of going to 4 a.m. Tea is kill. My brother's girlfriend actually sent me some Earl Grey tea. And I'm looking forward to trying that. I don't think I've ever had Earl Grey before. I think you may be softer than me. I mean, I could get really soft. Watch this. How's that for soft? Round, yeah. Anyway, we're gonna do Zelda tonight. We're hopefully gonna finish it. I don't know if I'll be able to 100% it tonight, but I want to finish it, and I want to get it done. And then tomorrow we'll do more missions in Sonic Generations. I become Katamari, yes. Well, if you want, like, perfectly round, there's this. This is 2 Katamaris on top of each other. Anyway, Zelda in just a moment. But before I do, while I'm doing a ramble, I want to finally do the final taste test here of these edamame beans. So stick around, and we'll do that in just a second.